Test, test, test. This is sectional game. It's the Storm Hawks versus Waconia. Storm Hawks in white, Waconia in purple. Last outing, Waconia took it to the Storm Hawks on regular season. Waconia takes it behind the net. Banks up the boards. Kind of held by Lindell. Waconia gets to the far wing, tries to get through. He comes through. It's chipped away by Brandt over to Nickel. Nickel's going to skate it up. He's going to dump it in. They got to go hard. They got to get on him. Waconia skates it through. Gathered by to break. Jumps the stick of Brandt. And the speed doesn't look like it's up to par here. So, going to play by Zeltinger. Zeltinger to McNabb on the boards. Back to Zeltinger. He's going to reverse directions. Loses it. Gets bumped off of it. He's pinned up against the boards. Finally kicked loose. Clava's going to get it to McNabb. McNabb's going to get it. He's going to hit Nutter on the breakaway. Comes right in. Nutter fires wide. Great opportunity. Nice pass by McNabb to hit Nutter coming through. Zeltinger's going to get it. He's going to dump it in deep. Played behind the net by Waconia's goaltender. Back and forth they go. Clava's there. He dumps it low. Stopped behind the net by Waconia. They hit their wing. They're trying to skate it out. Gets to the wing. It's behind him. He loses it. And it's regrouped by the Stormhawks. Nutter's going to tip it in. It's going to go deep. Played by Clava. McNabb's down there as well. Two-man forecheck. They break it out. It's going to be picked up by Clava. Clava's going to dump it in on net. Forced to the corner. Down low is Van. He's got a 2-on-1. Trying to chip him off. Waconia having trouble along the boards. Going to be played by Thorpe. Thorpe's got a guy playing him. Down low. Thorpe's got two guys on him. Finally, Rotunda comes over there to help him out. Played along the boards. It's going to be taken out by Rotunda. Rotunda's going to get it up to Olin Van. Olin Van goes wide. Drops it to Dreyer. Kind of in his skates. Couldn't do about it. Right out front to Rotunda. He swipes at it. Can't get it. And then the second shot swipe. And it's knocked in by Olin Van. So Blake Van must have hit it over. And that puts the Stormhawks up 1-0 at 12:22. Just by throwing stuff at the net. And that's what happens. Rebound right there. Or misplayed by the other team. And 2 shots on goal and 1 goal in for the Stormhawks. Center draw again. Waconia comes through. Olin Van tries to pick him. He does. He's got Rotunda in front. Can't quite get it to him. Played along the boards. Can't get it by Thorpe. It's going to be offsides because it was fooled around at the blue line. Nothing either team could do. 12:07, 1-0 Stormhawks over, I can't think of Waconia's Wildcats. Over the Wildcats. Nickel on the draw, wins the draw, back to Lindell. Lindell's going to dump it in deep. Heinz is going to chase. Comes down, ramps there with Heinz. Nickel's high in the slot. Lindell's going to keep it back down low. Ramps there, along with Heinz. Back to the point it goes. Lindell takes a shot right on. There's a screen in front. And Waconia comes back. He's pushing. He's coming down onto break. Shot right on. Crosby's first stop right into the gut. And 11:36. There'll be a face-off inside the Stormhawk zone. Face-off to the glove side. As we said, Arnold's first save. Arnold in net. In his tan pads. Face off, one back to Waconia. Shot high above the net. Oh, it takes a funny bounce off the boards. And they were able to get a shot on Arnold. It kicks up into the netting. Okay. Face off blocker side of Arnold. Face off kick down low. It's going to be a ring around by Lindell. Lindell gets it to Heinz. Heinz gets it up to Nickel. Nickel skates into the zone. He's got Brandt in the slot and to break trailing. Nickel is down low. They got to get 2 guys to help him out. Kick back out to the point. It's controlled by Waconia. They're going to skate back. Back checking. Brandt comes through, takes it, knocks him down. And they're going to get Brandt to checking. I bet you they're going to give him a roughie. Whoa, that's amazing. This is a hockey game. Call something original if you're going to make a call. So again, the referees carried over from the last game. Anything that's a big hit, they are going to call a penalty on. Waconia on the power play here at 10:52. Back to the point. They got one guy high, one guy low, one guy on the boards. They're going to lose it. It's going to be flipped up into the stands. It's chipped out of the zone by Waconia. There'll be a face-off inside the zone again. Clave on the draw. Kicked out into the neutral zone it goes. Waconia's got to reset. In their own zone, they go D to D. Nutter and Clave out there as the killers. Down the boards it goes. Waconia dumps it deep. They're going to race for it. They're going to be the first one there. Get it to the wing on the side. They do a little bit of a cycle. Back high to the point. It's going to be gathered by Clave, banked off the board, chipped out. Nutter's going to race to it. Nutter, if he can chip it over, had Clave breaking. But now they got to get back as Waconia changes directions on them. Waconia takes it into the corner, trying to set up. Still a minute on the power play. Pushed to the wall by Thorpe. Waconia brings it back to the point. Over to the side. He's going to lose it. Back out to the point. Shot right on. Kick to the pad save by Arnold. Pushed into the corner. Thorpe brings the body right out front to Arnold. Puck is still loose. And now they're going to call it. And you're going to get a face-off right there. Scrum in front, 9:31, 38 seconds remaining on the power play advantage for Waconia. Stormhawks lead 1-0, 9:31 into the game. At 9:31. Olin Van out there with Blake Van. Thorpe and Dreyer. Nothing called on that last little scrum in front of that. Waconia circles around the perimeter, takes a shot. Right on. Puck is loose, and Arnold doesn't know where it is, but he's got it smothered somewhere. Face off to the blocker side. Olin Van on the draw. Gets it out there. McNabb gets it. He plays it side of the boards. He's going to race for it. Olin Van beats him to it. Takes a shot off the blocker. Nice shot. McNabb's going to be the one to force as Waconia's got to come out of the zone. Waconia skates it up. He goes wide, tries to go through the middle, unsuccessful, chipped up by Lindale, out to the neutral zone. 5 seconds remain on the power play for Waconia, and that puts the Stormhawks at full strength here. Rotunda comes on for Brandt. Played by Tabrake. Tabrake passes it up the boards, gets it to Rotunda. Rotunda fans on that pass. Waconia gathers it in the neutral zone. Played poorly by the D. They get it up and they push it down. Lindell's got to be the first one there. He's just got to sprint towards that puck. He can't wait for that Waconia guy. Gets it out, comes right to the slot. Rotunda's able to push it out of the zone. Gets it to Olin Van, and they're going to wave off icing, even though he was on the other side of the red line. 2 down low. Off the boards of Waconia. They bank it up, played by the defense. Abbott there, he's out of position. They come down. Waconia's got 2 on 1. Shoots high above Arnold. Abbott went for the pinch and got caught. Played by Blake Van. Blake Van's going to go far side to Olin. Boland's going to chip it down into the zone on net and into the corner. It's pushed. Blake Fan behind the net gets a piece. Rotunda's there. Played up the boards by Avon. Avon going to bank it back in. Played along the boards. Pinched in. Still kept in. Nickel is there. He's looking. He's got Brandt in the slot. He's got Heinz in the slot as well. He circles the perimeter. Tries to go far side. He's going to knock it down low. Picked up by Brandt. Brandt pushed towards net. Serves right out front. Heinz can't get a stick on it. And it's chipped out of the zone into the neutral zone. Waconia slaps at it. They're able to gain control in the center slot. Picked up by Avon. Avon's going to bank it off the boards. It's going to be offsides on Waconia at 6:57. The first period, Stormhawks lead 1-0. Shots on net 6-5 in favor of Waconia. Nickel on the draw, kicks to the side. It's going to be played by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to dump it in deep. Played by the goaltender. He can't handle it cleanly. Brandt's there. Played off the boards. They try and get it to the wing. We got a 2-on-2 coming down. Played by Thorpe. Pushes them wide. Knocked, pinched by Nickel. Down low to Thorpe. He changes directions. Out in front of him. Dreyer tries to center it. Not there. Dreyer reverses direction. It's going to be played by Thorpe. He's got to hurry. Thorpe's got Brandt on the far side. Brandt's going to go wide. There's your roughing call. Looked like the same call. They let that one go. He pops up. He's still back in front of the net. Nickel is there. Tries to get a shot right there. Heinz is in. Played to the side. Played by Brandt. Brandt keeps it down low, goes for a switch, and the whole line goes. Besides Nickel. Played by Dreyer. He can't control it. Lindell tries to get it through. Picked up by Nutter. Nutter dumps it in deep. Into the corner it goes. McNabb's there to pressure. Along with Nutter. Coney's trying to skate it out. They go far side of the wing. It's tipped. And they're just going to chip it down. It's going to be icing at 5:31 with a broken stick out there. I missed that, whoever's stick that is. Looks like it belongs to Waconia. In the zone, Stormhawks lead 1-0, 5:31, 6 shots apiece. Played in the corner. McNabb's first one there. Sends out front to Clava. Clava's right there. Backhand. Puck is Lewis there. No, Nutter can't quite get it. Nutter needs to shoot again. Takes another shot. Oh! Great goaltending by the Waconia goaltender as he was scrambling, trying to face the puck the entire time. I think he was able to stop maybe 2 or 3 opportunities, along with the help of his defense. Scoring opportunity for the Stormhawks was right there. Clava on the draw, bats to the side. To McNabb to Lindell. Lindell out front. Just misses the tip by Nutter and Clava. Nutter dumps it down low, cycles it behind. Clava's there, saves right out to McNabb. Takes a shot right on. And now they got to hurry up and get back as Waconia starts to break it out. Tries to get it across. Played by Lindell. Lindell's able to push it forward. Waconia dumps it down deep. Played by Tebrake. He's going to ring it around to Nutter. Nutter's got time. He's going to backhand it up. Intercepted by Waconia. They're going to bring it wide. He's trying to get by Tebrake. Can't get by off the side of the net. Played by McNabb. McNabb pushes up the boards. Nutter's going to chase. And it's going to be offsides on Nutter as he got caught in the zone on the chase. 4:28 in the first period. Stormhawks lead 1-0. Face off at center ice. Waconia wins the draw. They come through. He actually went for a shot, missed it, fanned on it, looked like. Played along the boards, back to the point. Waconia keeps it in, intercepted by Blake Van. Blake Van's going to skate it out, dumps it down low, takes a straight out bounce, right out in front, intercepted by Rotunda, able to block a little bit of it. They're trying to get it out. It's going to be held in by Aben. Aben tries to shoot it in off of Blake's back. Blake has it, gets it, takes a shot, released a pass, tried to hit his brother for the tip in. Played by Zeltinger, he dumps it down low. Rotunda's there, he pins him up against the boards. And Waconia's going to come back. He's got some speed. Tries to come through. Wide of Arnold, takes a funny bounce, comes right back out in front. That's twice. Same thing has happened there. It happened earlier in the period. Van pushes through. Pushed back in by Zeltinger. Over to Aben. Back to Aben. Aben's going to push it up, and it's going to be icing here. At 3:10 remaining in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Stormhawks. Draw is won by Nicholas. Run around. Tries to get to Brand. It chips out. Heinz has got it. Heinz is going in one-on-one. He's got Brand in the center. Can't quite get it to him. Gets it to Brand. Brand has it in the corner. Centers it right up front. No one's there. As Waconia chases back down with their wing. They dump it down. It's going to go behind Arnold. Going to be played by Dreyer. Dreyer over to Thorpe. Up to Heinz. Heinz tries to chip it to Nickel. Played along the boards. And dumped in behind and into the corner. Dryer's there. He reverses directions again. Thorpe over to Heinz. Heinz is going to go far side to Brandt. Brandt has it. He's got Nickel with him. He comes through. Right in the slot. Tries to get it through. Can't get it through. Shot. Tip in. Oh! And Nickel just missed the tip in from the shot by Thorpe. Played by Nickel. Nickel's going through. He's got Brandt in the slot. He goes back to the point. Lindell is there. Down low. Heinz is there. Heinz tries to center it, comes right out, and the goalie's able to smother it at a minute 59. (10-7) in favor of the Stormhawks on the shots. Minute 59 remaining in the first period. Kleva tries to bat it forward, can't get it over to the wing of Nutter. As Waconia skates it out, they got three with the back checker of Kleva. Kleva rides him off. Puck is still loose in the slot. Picked up by Kleva. He's got Nutter. He gets it up to Nutter. Nutter's going. He's trying to lean in. Ridden off. Puck pushed down. Still held in by McNabb. Kleva's down there. It's a 1-on-2. McNabb comes in to help out. Someone's got to get high at F3. Waconia changes direction, uses their net as a barricade, and he's going to try and skate it out. Nutter's able to get a stick on him. Waconia goes to the neutral zone. He's going to dump it down. Wide to Arnold. He's going to set up behind the net. As Tabrake is there. He's going to break it off the boards. He's going to get up to Nutter. Nutter into the shot, takes a shot. Oh, great shot, and probably a better save as Nutter used the defenseman as a screen. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Stormhawks still lead 1-0. Rotunda on the draw. They go far side. They're going for that home run. Zeltinger's going to be the first one there. Arnold needs either to play it for sure or stay in the net. Played by Owen Van. Owen Van's on the boards. Rotunda's there taking it out as well. Blake Van fairly close. And it comes down in the Stormhawk zone. 29 seconds remain. They reverse directions over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger can't control it cleanly. Gets it back to the point of Waconia. Shot wide of the net, into the corner, off the side of the net, picked up behind the net. Rotunda's there. Waconia is still controlling it. They just got to get it out. Centered right out front. Olin Van's there. He's going to flip it to Blake Van. He can't control it, and that's going to end the period. And after one, it is Stormhawks 1, Waconia 0. Period. Stormhawks leading by 1. Face off. Waconia comes down. They got some clean ice. Kept in at the zone. Going to be played by Tabrake. Tabrake losing it. Good center right up front. Shot just wide of Arnold. Kicked up by Tabrake out with a skate. Played by Nickel up to Brandt. Brandt's going to try and push it through. It's going to be picked up by Heinz. Comes through. Right on. Puck is right there. It's going to be penalty shot. Oh, it's just going to be a hook as the Stormhawks are going to go in on the power play at 14:31 as Heinz was unable to get that shot off after being hooked a little bit. See if the Stormhawks can take advantage of this power play opportunity. 14:31 into the period. There's 14:31 left on the period. Brandt at center. Heinz and Nickel at the side. Face-off is shot by Heinz, who picks it up behind the net. They're going to set it up. Nickel up high. You got Tabrake, high slot. Brandt down low at the side. Back to Nickel. Nickel over to Tabrake. Tabrake over to Lindell. Lindell takes shot. Tried to hit Brandt on the tip. See if they can keep it in. Tabrake's able to keep it. Pushes it low to Brandt. Brandt has it behind the net. He's looking. Back up to Lindell. Lindell to Tabrake. Tabrake to Nickel. Nickel tries to skate through the middle. Gets it over. Tabrake gets it down low. Brandt's there. Uses a skate. Still has control. Minute 15 left on the power play. To Nickel at the high slot. He tries to pass it to Tabrake. It's going to be picked. Tabrake takes it. Nice little sweeping move by him. If they move it up quick, they can get into the zone. Looked like it might have been offsides. Might have gotten away with one there. Waconia is going to race for it. Nickel is there. Going to be picked up by Brandt. Brandt just goes right towards the net. He walks, takes it, tries to pull. Tries to get it over. Down low it goes. Nickel is going to pick it up in the corner. Nickel walks in. He can walk it right out. Takes a shot. Bad angle. That's a bad corner over there. Everything comes straight off. Out to over to Nutter. Nutter has it. He's going to hit Clave in the slots. He's got to take that shot. Unable to get that shot off. Nutter's going to play it down low. To McNabb. To Zeltinger. Over to Clave. Tries to go far side to Nutter. Like to see Zeltinger take that shot. He has Avon right out in front. There it is. Takes a shot. High off the thing. Oh, pushed this wide of the net. Avon's there. The Ponies trying to get it out. And finally they push it out. And that takes care of the power play. Good opportunity. He's going to get it to Clava. Clava's got Nutter on the far side. Just misses him. And it's going to be icing at 12:21. Opportunities were there. Just unable to get it in. Shoot low from the point would be my suggestion. Face off inside the Stormhawk zone to the blocker side of Arnold. 13-8 shots in favor of the Stormhawks. Back to the point. Waconia has it. Going to get picked by McNabb. Oh, he gets it back. Takes a shot. Wide to Arnold. Over the net. Pops out front. Oh, Waconia takes a slap. Just misses the net. Goes far side to Nutter. Nutter gets it. Beats the defense. He goes in. This time he buries it. A nice pass by, I believe it was Clave to hit Nutter on that break. And Nutter buried it this time, so he's 1 for 2. Nice passing sequence there. Nutter went upper part of the net as he beat the defense, had him twisted a little bit. Rotunda at the draw. Blake Van plays it with his skate, pushes it forward. Waconia tries to bring it in. They're going to dump it in behind Arnold. Played by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to play it off his stick and into the net. And there'll be a face-off inside the zone at 11:46. Rotunda on the draw. The puck is still loose. Rotunda finally picks it up, gets it back, tries to chip it out. He's going to still carry it. He dumps it down deep. It's going to be played behind the net by the goaltender. Goaltender pushes it back. They play it to the middle. Played by Thorpe. Thorpe just plays along the boards. Picked up by Waconia. Into the slot they go. They got two of them there. Puck is still loose. A lot of traffic. Finally, Thorpe's going to get it over to Blake Van. He's going to skate it up the side. Going to go wide. Has a little bit of time. Gets it to Olin Van. Tries to get it to Rotunda. Dreyer's going to step up. Takes a shot. Can't get it through, but he's got to get back. As Waconia just dumps it down behind Arnold. Played by Arnold, tapped to Thorpe. He tries to hit Olin Van, misses the opportunity, and regrouped by Waconia. Olin Van gets a piece of it. Rotunda gets a piece of it. Played by Thorpe. Thorpe has it in the slot. He gets it picked. Little miscommunication there. Olin Van gets it. Blake Van gets it to Olin Van. Olin Van's going in with Rotunda. Gives it to Rotunda. Rotunda takes a shot, and they chipped it in. And that's 3-0 at 10:25. Nice job by Blake Van to get it to Olin Van. Olin Van set it over. Rotunda, as soon as he got it, just snapped it and reached the goaltender. That puts the Stormhawks up 3-0. Let's go. Face-off is picked up. Hines is going to whack it in. Tries to go off the boards. Picked up by Brandt. Brandt pushes it to Hines. Hines takes it and the goal. And Brandt picked it up off the boards. Hines was just alone in the slot. As soon as he got it, he fired it. And that's 4-0 at 10:14. Timeout by Waconia as I think it tried to regroup. At 10:14, the Stormhawks have exploded in the first 5 minutes of the second half for 3 goals. This reminds me of the first Eden Prairie coach. No. What's his name, Richard? Richard. They called him Dick. It was him and Eichela. The winner of this game advances to the second round, where Minnetonka will be waiting for them, which got a bye. So Waconia calls a timeout. Off the timeout, looks for some composure. Face-off is dropped, played by to break off the boards. He goes over to his defensive partner up to the wing. The wing, the center, tries to get to Nichols. Nichols going to pick it. He's got Brand in the slot. Tries to go to Hines, comes to the point. Oh, Linnell Franzon takes a shot, gets it back. Brandt tries to push it in and takes a weird shot as he's dragged down at 9:57. And the Stormhawks kept the intensity through the timeout as they're able to bring it into the zone, get a couple shots. Clava on the draw. Goes forward over to Nutter. There it is again. And Clava backs it forward. Able to feed Nutter, who's alone. Nutter backs it in, and that's 5. And it is almost 4 goals in the last 5 minutes of the game. Waconia doesn't know what hit him. Clava on the draw. McNabb and Nutter at his sides. Comes through. Dumped down by Waconia. Behind the net it sits. Zeltinger's there. He reverses directions. It hangs up behind the net. bumps right out front. Clava has it. He's going to go to Nutter on the boards. Nutter's got him beat. He's going to lean in, takes it. McNabb's going to dump it in for the goal. Nutter drove, wasn't able to get it, batted out front, and McNabb just comes in for the finish and slams it in. And that's 5 goals in a little over 5 minutes. And Waconia has imploded. Face off again. Back to Thorpe. Thorpe has it. Goes over to his defensive partner, Dreyer. Dreyer tries to hit Rotunda. You can't field it cleanly. But it's finally dumped in down low. Played by the goaltender behind the net. He pushed it to defense. Defense missed it right out front. As Van got it and drove to the net, and the goalie covered it up. This is probably the longest 9-minute stretch of Waconia's history. Rotunda wins the draw, back to Dreyer. Dreyer just takes one shot, and off of Rotunda. Dreyer takes the shot, went off of Rotunda's stick, and that puts it in again. And I believe that is 4 goals within the last minute. I don't think I've ever seen that. 4 goals in the last minute. Shooting the puck at the net. Now every Stormhawk's going to be firing it. Waconia comes through. Poked away by Dreyer. Dumped down low. Van has it. Oh, and Van gets pinched off. Rotunda chases it. They try to get it back through. Push to the far corner. It's going to be played by Thorpe. Thorpe over to Olin Van. Nope, Blake Van. You'd think by the end of the year I would have known who is right wing and left wing, but going to be picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to regroup. Tries to get it over to his defensive partner. Goes off Waconia's person's skate. Going to be played by Olin Van. He loses the edge. Waconia's trying to keep it in. Finally, it's just driven out by power of Olin Van. Dumped down low, played by Thorpe. Thorpe's got time. Thorpe's just looking. Thorpe just dumps it in, once over the edge, and he goes for a change on D. Everyone goes for a change. Waconia tries to hit the wing on the far side. Zabrik is there to get a stick, pick up by Nickel. Thorpe is there and dumped down low, right on net. Oh, the goaltender just about put it in, off the pipe, I think. Comes back, Brandt has it, he's looking. Tries to do some stick handling. Picked up by Thorpe, back to the point. Over to Lindell, Brandt's in front, takes a shot. Puck is loose in the slot, and Waconia's able to clear it and come back at 2-on-2. Lindell's able to use his body, stops the rush, gets a stick busted, I think, or maybe that's the same stick. Same stick. Played by Zabrik. Zabrik's going to bank it off the boards. He doesn't get a whole lot. Brandt's there. He's going to chip it up. Here, oh, Hines, Nickel went wide. Takes a shot. Kick loose. Picked up by Nickel. Another stick is broke. Nickel come down. He's got Hines with him. He beats the fence. Comes through. Takes a shot. It puts it in. And it's 7 minutes. That's another goal. And the Stormhawks have exploded in the second period, putting up 6. Score is 8-0 with 7 minutes remaining in the second period. Crave on the draw, gets to McNabb. McNabb back to the D. D regroup. Gonna push it up. Nutter's there, picked up by McNabb. McNabb's in alone. Takes a shot. Oh, it just goes high. Nutter keeps it low. McNabb gets a piece of it. Played to the point. They miss it. It's going to come down in the Stormhawk zone. Icing is waved off. Zeltinger goes to his defensive partner, Avon. Avon's going to try and go far side. It's going to come through, and it goes right into the crowd. Just throw him back onto the ice. Face off inside the zone of the Stormhawks to the blocker side of Arnold. Face off controlled by the Stormhawks, played by Nutter. Nutter tries to bank it out. It does leave the zone. It's going to be offsides and then shot into the bench of the Waconia Wildcats. Face off again, Kleva. Draw is controlled by the Stormhawks. They try and push it down. Go to D. Avon steps up. And now Waconia's got an odd man break. He goes wide on Zeltinger. He tries to center it out front. And Arnold's going to get it. And it's just cleared out of the zone. And Arnold, the peacemaker, comes in. (22-10) in shots at this point in favor of the Stormhawks. Avon gets it, he pushes it out, gets caught in the defensive skates. Nutter gets it, tries to get to Kleva. Kleva swings it around. Gloved by McNabb. McNabb tries to center it out to Zeltinger. Zeltinger takes a shot right on. Rebounds right there. Nutter has it. He tries to center it off the skate of a Waconia player. McNabb gets it. Dumped in neutral zone. Kleva takes a little bit of the body. Up to McNabb. McNabb enters. He's got Nutter on the far side. Centers over Nutter. Nutter shot. Rebound right there by Kleva. Kleva fans on it once. And they got to go for a switch. They've been out there a long time. Takes a shot. Wide Arnold. Thorpe's going to bring it up. Right into the house. Thorpe gets it. Can't get that shot. Blake Fan takes a shot right on. Rebound kick right out front. Over to Blake Van. Blake Van tries to get it through. Can't get it through. Olin Van has it. Plays it with his D. Over to the wing. And push back in where Dreyer controls. Dreyer gets it to Olin Van. Olin Van's got one-on-one with the back checker. Back checker's able to knock him off. Waconia comes through. He's trying to go through three. That's not going to work. But they get it in the middle. Waconia still has it. Tries to center it right out front. Unable to get a stick on it. Blake Van gets a piece of it. And Waconia just dumps it out in the neutral zone. They're going to caught. And at 4:11, you get a whistle outside the zone. It looks like they'll do a center ice face-off at 4:11 of the second period. Score 8-0 in favor of the Stormhawks. Face-off is controlled by the Stormhawks. Back to Tabrake. Tabrake's going to skate it up. He's going to dump it low. Behind the net, played by the goalie. Played along the boards. Brandt able to get it. He has control, centers it. He still got it. Tries to center it again. Gives it to Hines. Hines! I think that went off the crossbar. Picked up by Nickel. A little bit of body being thrown. Brandt takes him. Punch him out. Right out to Hines. Or out to Nickel. Hines from Hines. Played to the point. Lindell takes a shot. Doesn't make it to the net. Played along the boards. Nickel is there. Lindell pinches. Gonna get it to Brandt. Brandt tries to go deeper with it. Can't get it. And Waconia is going to put it down. That's going to be icing. 3:19 left in the second period. 8-0 in favor of the Stormhawks. Inside Waconia zone, glove side. Flava can't handle it cleanly, but he's still battling for it. Picked up by Waconia. Nutter's going to force him. Pushed in. Zeltinger rings it. Played by McNabb. McNabb's going to try and chip it out. Can't get enough to get it to Flava. Comes out into the neutral zone, and it's going to be offsides on Waconia. They look a little slower than usual after giving up 4 goals in a minute. Center ice draw. Waconia wins the draw. They hit their wing. Comes through. He enters the zone. Takes a shot. Wide to Arnold. By a couple feet. They try and center through. Again, wide of Arnold again. Waconia still at 11 shots on net. Evans trying to get it. Still held in. They come through. They could have called a hook on that or a trip, but they get away with one. Goes to Nutter on the far side. Nutter's getting past to Kleva. Nutter was offside. Shot. And Waconia's got a delayed penalty coming here. Dump down low. Nutter's going to be the first one there if he has time. Gets it out. Rotunda's in front. Oh, it comes right to the crease. Zeltinger's there. He still has it at the top of the key. Takes a shot. Tries to chip it in over to Nutter. Nutter back to the point. Avon. Avon's going to take a shot. Goes wide. Hits the goaltender and goes wide. And it'll be a power play opportunity at a 1:53 for the Stormhawks. No. Yes. Second penalty for number 80 of Waconia. Don't know what it was for. Wasn't paying attention. Draw is kicked back. Unable to be kept in by Dreyer. He controls it. Goes over to his partner Thorpe. Thorpe can't control it cleanly and back to Dreyer. Hits Blake Van. Can't quite get it into the zone cleanly. They got to come back out. Finally, it's chipped in. They'll go for the forecheck. Olin Van dumps it down deep. They got 3 on the same side. As Waconia is going to ice it. And that, why was that not ice? I guess they waved off ice, and I'm not sure why. Comes in on Arnold. Arnold makes the save, and he gloves it at 110. Why was that not icy? Minute 17 left on the power play opportunity for the Stormhawks. Stormhawks win the draw, banked off the boards. Oh, it takes another funny bounce. Nice recovery by Tabrake to play it off the boards. He banks it out. As the Stormhawks chase. Brandt's there along with Heinz. Nickel is close as well. Finally, the Stormhawks control with 53 seconds left on the power play opportunity. Over to Lundell, back to Tabrake, over to Nickel. Nickel has Brandt right in front. Shot right there. No rebound. .38 seconds remaining in the second period. 45 on the penalty. Kick to the corner. Waconia, Nickel battles. It's going to be picked up by Brandt. Brandt has control. Centers it out to Tabrake. Takes a shot right on. Little high as Waconia flings it down. And it's going to be icing with 20 seconds remaining in the play. 20 seconds on the power play opportunity. Nutter on the draw, wins the draw, back to Zeltinger. Zeltinger over to McNabb. McNabb walks it, takes a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Nutter has it down low, tries to center it. Can't get it, back up to the point. 8 seconds left. McNabb's got to get the shot. Got to get the shot. Flava has it, takes it high above the net. And that completes the second period. And after 2, it's 8-0 in favor of the Stormhawks. Start of the third period. 15 minutes on the clock. Should be running time at 8-0. 7 seconds remaining on the power play opportunity for the Stormhawks. We'll see if it's running time on the first whistle, but Avon has it in the zone, goes far side to McNabb. McNabb gets it. The guy comes out of the box. Waconia at full strength, and they just dump it down low. Stormhawks don't need any more goals. They need to make Waconia work 200 feet for every opportunity they have to push it up the ice. Dump down low. Avon's there. He's going to ring it around. It's going to leave the zone. Waconia's defense just slaps it to the side and then slapped into the corner by the wing and into the netting. 14-18 as running time is what we thought. As the third period clicks down. Face off to the blocker side of Arnold. Face off is controlled by the Stormhawks as Olenvan just misses behind. Waconia comes back through, takes a shot high above the glove of Arnold, over the net. Gets it out. Thorpe has it. They got a 3-on-2. Wakeman comes through. Thorpe pushes towards the net. He gets ridden down low. Back to the point to Dreyer. Dreyer takes a shot. Just misses the net. May have been tipped wide. Olenvan still has it. This is not a power red. Rich Rotunda in the slot. Got the shot off in the neutral zone. The Stormhawks regroup. Tries to get it over. Just can't quite control it. Push down low. Waconia has it. Played along the boards to the wing. It's behind him. He swings it around. Wakeman gets it. He gets tripped up as Waconia comes through. Gonna come down on Tabrake. Tabrake's able to get a stick. No shot on it at Arnold. Getting a little sloppy in front. Arnold misplays it. Shot. Arnold doesn't have his stick. Finally, he gets it back. It's played down low. Tabrake is there. chipped out of the zone. It's going to be on net. No icing as they all go for a switch, I believe. Waconia is going to bring it up. They're going to dump it down into the zone. Arnold taps it into the corner. Tabrek is there, along with Nickel. Pushed out to the point. Point's going to try and play it down low back into the corner. Waconia is controlling a little bit. Don't want to let them get any momentum. Finally, it's kicked by Heinz over to Heinz. Heinz is going to go far side to Brandt. Brandt's going to race for it. He's got Heinz, takes a shot. Brandt puts it in the upper corner. I don't know how he got that, but he's going to put him at 9. And Heinz just launched it. Brandt was able to catch up, shoot from about the dot, put it in the corner. If it's one thing about this Stormhawks team from practice, all of them can shoot. The goalies get very frustrated at practice. Switch them up. Heinz on, or Nickel on the draw. Draw is pushed down, played by Abin. Up to Heinz. Heinz is going to play it down low. Brandt's going to chase into the corner. Pins up the guy. Nickel is there as well. Puck comes through. Brandt's going to push down low. He's got a little energy in him now, a little spunk. Played to the wing of Waconia. They can't get it out. Heinz is there. Heinz is, they're allowing him to walk through. It's going to be picked up by Nickel. Nickel's going to take a shot. Just kicked wide. Comes to the middle. Held in at the point. Over to Avin. Avin's got time. Takes a shot. Oh, close save and dropped. And then covered up again. And at 10:22 and counting, Stormhawks lead 9-0. Waconia flips it out. Center ice. Zeltinger is going to be the first one there to pick it up in the Stormhawk zone. He's got Abin with him. Good floor checker by Waconia. Gets it out. Kleva gets it out. He's got Nutter with him. He's going to come through. Gets it knocked away. Nutter gets it back to Kleva. McNabb in the slot. Unable to get a shot. Leaves it for Kleva. Nutter is able to pick it up. He's got McNabb right out in front. Oh, the guy just got a piece of McNabb's stick. Skipped over. And Arnold is working on his assists. Body contact at the boards. It's a 4-on-3. I would expect this game to get a little bit more aggressive. Waconia comes through. They lose it at their blue line, and it's going to be offsides on Nutter. And at 8:57 and counting, Stormhawks still lead 9-0. Face off going to be by Van. Van over to Dreyer. Dreyer up to Thorpe. Thorpe tries to hit Olin Van. He gets a piece of it, chips it in, but it was right on the goaltender, and he's not taking any more chances. Blake Van has it, pushes it along, takes a hit. Waconia comes back, it's a 2-on-2. Olin Van back checks, enough to bother him. Shot comes right out front, comes through, out into the neutral zone. Blake Van's going to be there. He's able to get a piece of it, gets it through. And I think they let that one go. Not tripped with the stick, but with the foot. Dreyer pinches, holds it in, and then drops him. Center rail front. Owen Van's there, Rotunda's there. The referee lost sight of the puck, and they're going to call a face-off. 7:15 and counting in third as it continues to run. Yeah. 34-14 shots in favor of the Stormhawks. Face off won by the Stormhawks to Lindell. Lindell takes a shot, tip, just goes wide. Heinz has it. He tries to center it to Nicola, doesn't get through. Back to Heinz, takes a shot over the net and wide. Going to be played by Brandt. Brandt back to break. Over to Heinz. Heinz skates it in. Takes a shot right on, rebound right there. Back to break. To break takes a shot. Kick save to the corner. Lindell's going to have his opportunity here. Takes a shot. Puck is loose and covered up by Waconia. .6:10 and counting. Nickel wins the draw, back to Lindell. Lindell takes a shot, just wide of the net. Rick keeps it in, pushed down low. Nickel is there, he's going to be the first one to the corner with it. Skips it up to Brandt, Brandt to Lindell. Lindell dumps it down low again. Played along the boards. Brandt gets it to Lindell. Lindell's going to skate it over to break. To break fans on it. Gets it to Heinz. Heinz has control back to the point. The break right there, rebound. Kicked out. Now the Corny has got at least a breakaway. They got to try and chase him. Comes through. He fans on the pass or the shot. Heinz is there. They got to start moving the puck again. They've been out there 2 minutes. Time for them to get off. Picked up. Getting picked up by Brandt. Brandt's got Nickel with him. Takes a shot. Oh, they call offsides. .450 and counting as the third period winds down. Clava on the draw. Gets knocked down. Waconia skates it up. Dumps it down low. Behind the net and into the corner it goes. Evans there to play it. It reverses directions behind the net. Picked up by Waconia. Waconia centers it right out front. Good thing Nutter was there. McNabb gets it to Clava. Clava tries to push it in front. No one's there. Over to the wing. And Waconia is able to push it out into the neutral zone and Stormhawks regroup. Zeltinger's there. Brings it into the Stormhawk zone. Abbott has it. He goes far side. Intercepted by Waconia. Waconia is going to be offsides as the clock winds from 3:50 and counting. Clave on the draw. Nutter hits it back to the defense. The defense regroups. Over to Avon. Avon misplays it. Assisted by Clava. Clava banks it off the boards looking for Nutter. Gets it by. Nutter comes in. Tries to get through. He's taken out. Nope. No call. Dreyer's out there. Off the skate. Pops up in the air. Oh, Waconia gets it. They come to the slap. Takes a shot. It beats Arnold. I think 5-hole. As it popped up, as soon as it popped there, they were able to slap it in, and that puts Waconia on the board at 249-ish. Face off center ice. Rotunda ready for the draw. Draw is controlled, pushed ahead. Waconia gets an opportunity again, takes a shot, tries to sauce pass over to his partner. Blake Van gets it, he gets it to Olin Van. Olin Van's coming down a 1-on-3. He's just going to dump it in. Takes a funny bounce, pulls right out front to Blake Van. Down to Rotunda behind the net. Rotunda's there. Waconia is trying to get some body checks in. They come through. Shot, doesn't make it through. Thorpe gets it over to Blake Van. Blake Van's gonna, oh, he just misses Rotunda on the sauce pass. In, played by Dreyer. Up, intercepted. Oh, and it's played at the blue line. Rotunda could not get it cleanly. Olin Van couldn't get it either. It got stuck in some skates. Played along the boards. Waconia comes out, they get it to the wing. It's a 1-on-1 with the defense. Thorpe pushes through, oh, they get it right across. Shot, saved by Arnold with 1:08 and counting. The Stormhawks are getting a little sloppy, knowing that they have this game in hand. As the last minute continues to tick down. Shots 38-17 in favor of the Stormhawks. It's going to be run around. Played it by defense. Brandt's going to get it. He's going to skate down. He's got Nickel as well. Gets it chipped away. Centers it. No one's home. As they come through, DeBrake's going to play it along the boards, chip it up. Nickel is there. Waconia guy battles. He's going to drive it into the zone. Tries to cross it. Brandt rubs him off. Nickel is there to pick it up. He's got Heinz with him. He tries to get it through. Can't get it through the two. Picked up by Brandt. Brandt pushes it forward. It's pushed back out by Waconia. And Waconia just dumps it down. And it's going to be played off the back boards as Arnold wings it around. And that's going to end the game. So first district game goes to the Stormhawks 9-1 with the shots 38-17 in favor of the Stormhawks.